Hey guys, J Factor here. Today I'm going to be repairing VCRs. 3 VCRs to be precise. Sorry about the lighting, I'll see if there's something I can do about that. First things first though, I need to find out whether any of these are actually going to turn on. So we'll start with this guy. There we go. No power. Okay. I'm gonna try this air duster. Wow, the focus is really bad on this thing. There we go. And I'm going to turn it upside down and spray the power cord area. I'm going to leave it plugged in. Actually, I'll take it out. Okay. Spray this as well. I hear a tiny bit of crackling in that, but not a whole lot. Tiny bit crackling there, but yeah, not a whole lot. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that one. Let's see how the others are doing. Nothing out of this one. Okay. Let's grab our canister again. Spray the power plug area. You can hear a lot of crackling out of that one. Spray the power down. I don't hear much crackling out of that. Okay, last one in the list. Ooh. I even sprayed the wrong one. It was hiding under the VCR. Yeah, good. Sorry. Should be doing this on camera. Let's turn this off a bit. That should be good. Yeah. Alright. Let's plug her in. Let's see if the last VCR works. Alright, we have one that has power. This one, the second one still needs time. This first one looks good. Let's see. Nothing yet. Alright. That was the first one. Let's try the second one. Otherwise, we may only be cleaning one VCR today. Oh, we have power. That's good. So we got 2 out of 3. Okay, I'm just gonna do it quick. Let's see. No, nothing. Okay, this one I'm gonna come back to, but we're gonna have to open these guys up. So it looks like batcher number 1 is going to require, sorry about the lighting here, it's a Phillips screwdriver. Batcher number 2 is a Phillips screwdriver. And batcher number 3 is a Phillips screwdriver. As I take the batteries out, I'll be storing, or not the batteries, sorry, the screws out, I'll be placing them each in these compartments in the order that they're placed down there, so I can remember which one goes with which when I put them back together. Before I open up these guys, I'm going to try one more time with that's the canister I was using. This time I'm going to use a fresh one that's never been used, because in my past experience, the best antifreeze has been with the one that's never been opened, just the brand new fresh start. Let's give this guy a go. Whew. Let's just go ahead and find out, because it's already plugged in. So let's hit that power button. Nothing. I don't even hear any crackling in there. Usually crackling is a sign that it's not eating away the dirt, it's eating away at it's eating away at the dirt, it's not eating away at the electronics. Like you heard crackling with number 2, and now it's working. This one, I don't hear anything going on the inside. Alright, I'm gonna try something that's a little unorthodox, but why not? I still don't hear much crackling going on. Hit that power button. Okay. Now we're out of focus now. I think I've done everything I can with this guy, but Yeah, I'll still keep trying. I just gotta find the source of the problem. Alright, I'll open these guys up. Alright, so we got them all open. Hopefully I can get you some good videos here, but just gonna show you the areas where it needed to be cleaned. You have this little guy down here. That's for recording or erasing a tape. And then you have your audio head right here. Should I zoom out here? Those two. Those will be cleaned with rubbing alcohol and Q-tips. And then this big guy here, your drum, that's for the video. That'll be cleaned with rubbing alcohol and clear white paper. And just to show you, and battery number 2. That recording head, audio head, if I can find them. Sorry, there we go. And the drum. And battery number 3, the recording head, the audio head, and the drum. Alright, for battery number 1, I promised myself I would take one quick look at the plugging for this and see if there's anything I can spray in here that might get it working again. But there's not much air left in this canister. I don't know if there's much left in this one either. No. So this one I may come back to one day, but not today. I'm just gonna try one last time with the... No, nothing. Alright, I'll still clean it with the other methods, but I won't be able to test it out today. Also, just a side note, all of these have a flap on them, and this one, the one that I use all the time, doesn't. Oh, sorry, that thing fell. This one doesn't. That was actually an accidental thing. It was a lucky break, to be honest. Because if this thing eats up any of my tapes, I just pop the hood off of this thing and untangle the tape. If the flap was here, it would close down the film and just you pulling on it, and it would just, yeah, it would suck, and you have to hold it open like that with your fingers just to hold the flap open and try and pull the tape out at the same time. It was just so much easier to just get rid of the thing. But yes, I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened to give out one day. Yeah, and the best thing that could have happened for this thing. I'm going to be taking out the flaps on these guys because I don't know how it'll affect the VCR. And these are not necessarily being kept for me. Some of them are gifts. I'll be just using these types of Q-tips. There's not a whole lot left, but it should be enough for the recording head and the audio heads. And 99% pure rubbing alcohol. Interesting story about these. I used 97% rubbing alcohol on my past VCRs, and it cleaned the VCR, but the tapes would jam up. This guy, 99% pure, it cleaned the VCR and the tapes when they're inside it. So even tapes that got stuck, this guy did the job to keep it working. Bring new life back to it. Now I'm just gonna grab my Q-tip and rubbing alcohol. And I It's difficult to do this with one hand, so I'm going to do it with 2 hands. Alright, so first Q-tip, and I'm going to clean the recording heads. See what we got here. I don't see much of anything on there. Maybe a little bit there. Yeah, there's some. Okay. Batch number 2. This little guy is most certainly one of the most important. In fact, well, they're all important, but since a lot of the online, sorry, not online, but the gaming that I shoot, it's they're recorded using VHS tapes that I record on over and over again, just one VHS tape, and this is batch number 3. Alright. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Throw this out. And then we'll get started on this guy. Okay, so now we're going to clean the audio heads. We've done the tape head. Or the recording head. This one doesn't look too bad. I don't think there's anything on there that needs to be cleaned for that part. So yeah, obviously I'm just rubbing it up and down. For those wondering at this point, why not just use a head cleaner? In the past, I have used a head cleaner, and I found this method far more effective, although I do have a head cleaner, and I will be using it just to test out these VCRs. Testing out batch number 2 and 3 anyways. I won't be giving up on number 1. I'll just be coming back to that in another video, hopefully. So the dirtiest one seems to be batch number 3. Let's toss that out. Okay. Up to this point, I've just done with holding the camera and doing the Q-tips and all that by hand. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. So I'm going to be using this guy to mount the camera as close as I can to the drum heads of these guys. I'll probably try and mount it on the VCR itself and then just zoom in. It's just a little spider leg tripod so I can wrap around the edges of any one of these guys without damaging the electronics. So I'm just going to have to wrap it around the plastic part of the VCR. And I'll still be using rubbing alcohol. And I'll be using scissors and one of these books that you can see is all cut up. But these have been really good. I don't like using thin clear white paper for it. I like using a little bit of cardboard to it. And this has done a really good job of cleaning my other VCR up there. So yeah, just going to be pouring rubbing alcohol into that. and cutting it piece by piece and doing the drum heads. Okay, this part gets tricky. I don't know how well you guys can see me there, but I always make sure I have a garbage can over this thing when I do this, because you never know where rubbing alcohol can get to or how much is going to come out of these things. So I just do it like that. That's why for the rubbing alcohol container I just poked a little hole rather than opening up the entire thing. And then here we have it. A little piece of rubbing alcohol in there. I'm gonna see if I can get a good view of this thing. There we go. And then just put it over it. And the drum only goes in one direction. So make sure don't bother pointing the other way. Just turn it clockwise, not counterclockwise. And as you can see, this thing does need cleaning. It does have a bit of dirt on it. I don't rub the paper up and down. I just, well, sometimes I do. Okay. So that's a little bit. I'll start with battery number 2. So to give you a heads up, I didn't end up mounting, obviously, I don't know if it's obvious, 2 of the VCRs. I was too paranoid about that. So I just stood the camera up in front of the VCRs. Okay, this one has a lot of dirt on it. I won't be filming the entire cleaning process because, to be honest, I've in the past, just for one VCR, I've had to clean it maybe 30-40 times this way, the video heads, just to make sure I get all the dirt. Okay, that one doesn't look like there's any new stuff on there. So we'll move on to batch number 3, which is so far the dirtiest of the VCRs. I was a little messy with it. You don't want to get rubbing alcohol on your fingers, so I'm going to just be careful here. I'll point the camera at the drum so I can stabilize it. Sorry, one should be good enough. Alright. As far as the other cleanings that I did with the Q-tips, I don't recommend it overdoing it, because some of that Q-tip stuff, it can get stuck inside there, and if it gets stuck, it's not going to improve your audio at all or your recording. But yes, it does absolutely need to be cleaned in order for the head cleaner to effectively do its job. Okay. So I'm going to go another round with each one, and we'll see how they turn out. I'm on the final phase now of round 2. One thing I forgot to mention is if you're going to clean these VCRs, the drums, try to touch only the side part here. Don't touch any of the chips that are on top of it, like they are with that guy and that guy. So, bachelor number 1, it's pretty clean. There's a tiny bit of dirt. Bachelor number 2, I don't see anything at all on there. Just a tiny bit. Bachelor number 3, the dirtiest one that we just did, it's going to need to go another round. But yeah, we're done with the first 2. This one's ready for its final phase to clean with the head cleaner. But I'm going to keep going with number 3 so that we can test them all out at once. Well, we won't be testing out number 1, but we'll be testing out number 2 and 3. Provided the power can still keep going on all 3 of them. Because obviously number 2, it didn't work when we first started out. So, but hopefully it'll still work. We'll find out. So this is round 3. And it's still dirty in the same area. I'll just keep going with round 4 for bachelor number 3. Round 4, it's still dirty. Just gonna keep going. It looks like it's getting a little better. It's round 4. It was another messy one as far as the rubbing alcohol goes, but as far as the rest goes, it's pretty good. It's cleaned. It's ready for testing. Now I'm not gonna screw the hoods back on, but I am gonna put them on. Okay, so for the purposes of this final testing, I'm just gonna name the bachelors. This is gonna be Miss JVC, bachelor number 1. Yeah. Miss JVC number 2. We'll just call it the Miss Black JVC, Miss Gray JVC. Hopefully this isn't a JVC one. Oh, there we go. RCA. Sorry, the lighting's so bad in here. So, Miss Black JVC isn't going to be tested today. We're going to be testing out Miss Gray JVC and Miss RCA. Hey, so Miss JVC Gray, let's turn her power on. Oh, this lighting is terrible. But yes, it's on. See if I can get better lighting here. Yeah. Yeah, it says channel number 2 right now. Oh, there we go. Green light. At least that's a more significant sign than that. Alright. For these, I use component cables to hook her up. Also, fun fact, the TV that I'm hooking it up to, the old Mickey Mouse TV, I brought this TV back to life 4 times the exact same way that I brought this VCR back to life, just by spraying that power cord area in the back with the antifreeze by turning the end air canister upside down to spray it. So let's see what we got here. I don't know which they're all the same color here. I know which colors represent which, sort of. But the yellow is definitely the video, and I'm just gonna say left and right is red and white. Get a little rhyming there. I don't know anything about the history of these VCRs, so I don't know which way is gonna go which. Just gonna turn the TV on. Like, I don't know which one's gonna be video 1, video 2, and all that stuff. I have no time like the present to find out. Okay. So I know it's turned on, but I don't think anything's gonna show up until I pop a VHS in. And you know what? I grabbed the wrong, sorry. I grabbed the Panasonic cassette adapter, which is for a video camera. Let's just open this thing up again and grab the proper head cleaner. A lot of VHS tapes there I can test out. There we are. VHS Head Cleaner Plus. Some of these tapes you might recognize from my show and tell video. Just recently bought them at a yard sale. This one I've always owned. The head cleaner. Alright, let's pop her in. See if anything shows up on screen. Nothing yet. Video 1. Video 2. Alright. Just gonna leave it running and I'm going to try plugging it in the back here. And one of these guys, we'll just plug the video part in. Nothing. Video 1. Video 2. Nothing. Alright, let's try the last. Sorry about the lighting. Right now it seems to be rewinding, so I'll just have to wait for it. Turn the power on. Hi. That's not a good sign. So, I'm just going to put the camera down for a second, and I'm going to try and take this out without the lid coming down and damaging it. That's what I was talking about earlier. Because the tape is there, and it's not damaged from what I can see. It just ate it, which is lucky I can take the lid off so quickly. But it can get damaged pulling this out because the flap can come down. So I'm just testing it out on flasher number 1 for the moment. But I think I want to make sure that this isn't eating it, so. Alright, so we're just rewinding it seems, hopefully. Well, we got some picture here for this VCR. Okay. So it's a good sign that as far as battery number 2 goes, so the tape still works. But I'm going to have to give JVC gray number 2 another cleaning and all 3 areas, and then I'll try popping the tape back in again. But it seems to me like the tape is fine. Yeah, I'll eject the tape. So once I safely pop the tape out, I just use the back to wind the tape back up again. I didn't see, as I could tell, any damage to it, and you could see on the TV that the tape does still work, so thank God for that. this one's going to need a cleaning again. So I'm going to be cleaning again with the Q-tips, the audio, the recording head, the audio head, and the video drum, and then we'll give it another test run. Okay, so once again, I can't see much that needs to be cleaned for this guy, but hopefully it'll work. I left it plugged in while I was cleaning it. So hopefully there won't be any problems. I have done that in the past and I didn't have any problems, but I always like to be safe, and this time I didn't bother with safe, just decided to go with it. So that's screen for number 1. I need it for number 2. There we go. So played it for a bit. Let's eject it. And let's give it another good cleaning. At least we briefly saw a video this time. Tape looks fine again. Nothing eaten, chewed up. But I will be testing it out and winding up against to play in this one for the one that does work. To keep testing, make sure that this head cleaner is still working. Wound back up again. This will be a good time to tell you why you should never just use a head cleaner to clean your VCR. Because just popping it in there and hoping it for the best that it'll clean it is not going to work. But the tape seems to be working good. I'll be honest with you, it hurts the fingers though to keep winding it up. So I'll give her another cleaning though. Hope for the best. This time I'm going to unplug it and I'm going to grab what's left in these air canisters. See if I can blow any dirt out of it. So that's it for this one. I'll save this for what's left, and if there is any, for batch number 3. But I'm still going to clean this one again. The recording head, the audio head, and the video drum. And we'll hope for the best. Okay, this was the next round. I seem to have been able to get something from there this time. Oh, this focus thing. I don't know if you can see a little bit of dirt there I got out of. So I'll plug her back in. I'll set this to the right. I think it was either that or this one. It's not going to show up unless that one is this guy. So if it wasn't video 1, it'll be video number 2. Pop the cleaner in. Alright, so it's video number 2. And it gave out. Alright, we'll keep trying. This tape's surviving a lot of eatings. Number 3.
Audio test complete. Head cleaning complete. Please stop. Eject tape now.
There's how the tape should eject, just nice and smooth. Alright, another round. There's a future note about batch number 2 as I was cleaning the Q-tip. I started cleaning the outside area here. Not the audio head, but the thing right beside it. And there was a lot of dirt coming off of that. It's hard to see it on the camera because the Q-tip was messed up. But yeah, that part was dirty, and that might have been causing the jam up. Before I clean the drum head, let's give this another shot. So, number 2, pop up. So we're not quite there yet. So I'll go back to trying to clean the video drum. Once again, test her out, make sure it's still working. Channel 3.
Audio test complete. Head cleaning complete. Please stop. Eject tape now.
I'll be honest with you, it's starting to hurt the fingers rewinding this tape up. But yeah, I've just been doing it with my fingers and turning this part counterclockwise until the tape's back in. And in order to do that, also this little button here, you hold down on that, and that's how you flip the cover open and close. That little button there. Also, just a future reference, if you do want to record on any VHSs, you can't record on it if the tab is broken off, but if you tape over this part, you can record on the tape. So just a little fun fact there. VHS history. Alright, another round. Video 2. Pop right there. Let's watch to see. We're not going to watch this camera. We know what's going to pop up. We're going to watch the inside. See if we can spot the problem. Okay, so we already know what's going to happen here. So to me, I don't know if this part is supposed to go down or the other part is supposed to go up, but it's not feeding through anything down there. Video is showing up fine for that brief second, but something's not winding up here. I may have to get another air canister in order to see if I can spray just this area here and see if those are just not functioning properly. So I'll be coming back to Bachelor number 2 JVC, Miss JVC Gray. Until I ever do get antifreeze, I decided to go with a Q-tip over this black area here and the bottom part there, and hopefully it'll grab onto it or take it. Let's just watch again this area here. So it does come down. But it didn't suck it into this back area behind there this time. So I think we're making progress. Okay, I'll just give her another cleaning. So it looks like where it sucked into this time. Oh, this camera. Is right here. So I'm gonna have to see what I can keep doing to clean that. So yeah, I'll be cleaning this area again. Note for myself, for some reason turning this thing was much easier holding it this way than holding it this way towards me. So holding it away to wind up. Hurt the fingers a little less, but yes, it still hurts. So it was bothering me that this thing was excessively filthy. So I decided to repeatedly keep trying to clean it until I cleaned it a little bit, but yeah, I know this thing's moving down, so I don't think the air duster's gonna fix it. It is actually moving. So hopefully it's just dirty and it'll start working. Pop a tape in. Let's watch her again. Alright. Okay. Can I get under there to see what's going on? Because it seems to me it's just, well, it's obviously not spooling properly. I'm going to take her out again, wind her up. Okay, so I'm going to take a brief break from bachelor number 2. And I'm just going to see how bachelor number 3 works out. Miss RCA. Okay, so the power still turns on for Miss RCA. And I'll just hook her up. It's already plugged in. I'll try the same method I tried with the other VCR. This one at least says output there. Oh, sorry. Trying to get a good feed there. I'm working backwards here. Okay. Now let's pop the tape in. We already got something on the screen, but press menu when ready. Just pressing TV VCR at the moment. Sounds like it's rewinding. At least I hope that's what it's doing. Okay, play. Nothing. Different screen. If only the VCR had a menu button on it. So this one, it seems to be somewhat working, but let's eject it. Eject button. Okay, good sign is it didn't eat the tape at all. Let's make sure it still records or still plays. Let's put number 3, yeah.
Please stop. Eject tape now.
Alright, so it's still working.
Clean video and audio head.
But I don't know
Audio test.
that happened because this guy's been eating it up.
Audio test complete. Head cleaning complete. Please
But yeah,
stop.
this VCR is still good.
Tape now.
Hey. I have to recharge my battery, but we're gonna keep going with this soon, hopefully. Bye for now, and yeah, I will be recording the extended part of this video after my battery recharges. Okay, I'm gonna hope that my VCR has power enough for this. I was able to get past this whole menu thing by just at first I hit all the buttons and nothing happened, so I inserted the tape and then I hit the rewind button and the video started showing up. So I'm just gonna, it should automatically start playing there, and there we have it.
Clean video and audio head. Audio test.
Miss RCA is working.
Audio test complete. Head cleaning complete. To clean tape path, you press and hold rewind.
Okay, rewind. Only problem is with this stuff, it's hard to tell which is, you know, just the tape screwing up from being eaten so many times by this one, and which is actually showing that the VCR is working perfectly.
Clean video and audio head. Audio test. Audio test complete. Head cleaning complete. Please stop. Eject tape now.
I'd say that was a successful cleaning. Eject. And it came out perfect without chewing any of it up. So perfect. We got at least one cleaned. So we got one over there that doesn't power up at all, and one that eats tapes. I'll be filming a part 2 segment to see if you know, I'm still going to keep working on both of them. We're going to keep going until we get all 3 of them working. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and tune in next time for more great content. Okay, thanks, bye. This is just a special added bonus segment to working on a high definition television. I set the cords up like this in the back, same way as I set the other one up before. Those are going on the output, so the video goes out to the TV. And then this one, here's where it got a little more complicated. So I set the left and right, I guess it's the input because this one says out underneath, so this doesn't say in here, but this got to be the in. And this one, it doesn't actually have a yellow color on the back, so I plugged it into the green one. It seems to be working. And in order to get it to show up on my high definition television, just gonna got this thing in focus again. Sorry about that. So I went to my menu here. At first I thought it was this antenna and cable, but no, I click on video, and yeah, video is meaning the component cores, the red, yellow, white ones. This is a Toshiba TV, and yeah, I just hit that input button on the remote to change different ports. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.